let's dive into the shoulder. For that, we're going to need the skeleton model real quick. Hold on a second. Whoops, I brought the muscle model. Oh well. So, we're going to work on the shoulder. So let's get into the deltoids real quick. Anterior deltoids. Have something that you can kind of put pressure against if you need to, because when you lift your arm up, this should start to pop out. So when you lift your arm up, you can either see it or have some kind of pressure there so you can see it pop out. The activation doesn't have to be a strong activation, just as long as your muscle is tense. So we're going to tense up the muscle. We're going to get into that one. We want to make sure that this is on high. So tense up the muscle. We're going right into the belly of it to feel the vibration pretty much from here where it attaches into the collarbone. So come up and feel that vibration go. You're only pressing about 2 to 3 pounds and wait about 6 to 10 seconds. That's the anterior. Now we're going to go to the middle deltoid. So for the middle deltoid, you're going to be placing it pretty much right in here, maybe about from the shoulder, about 4 fingers down. When you pull your arm up to the side, you're going to notice it kind of bumpy, right about there as being the most bump, or the highest bump. So that's going to be our belly of the muscle. We're going to lift that up, and we're going to place this guy. Right now, it's pretty much the weight of the massage gun that's doing the work. I don't have to press very hard. Maybe I'm putting a pound of weight. 6 to 10 seconds, and we've reset the tension sensors. Now let's go to the posterior deltoid. For this one, you're going to lift it slightly back. So it's like that. And I want to make sure that I'm back here into that muscle there. So I'm going to reach behind and place it right on the belly of the muscle. 6 to 10 seconds. So let's look at the anterior deltoid at a different angle here. When you're doing the reset of the muscle spindle, which is our length sensor, we need to make sure that it's nice and soft. But it has to be passively contracted. So we're going to make sure that we raise our arm up, but then because of it where it attaches, we need to bring these two closer together. So we have to close off this space a little bit. So now we make sure that's soft, and we place this one right into that muscle right there. And we want to make sure we press. Now that's actually tender, so I'm going to back off a little bit because that means my brain's not going to be able to be confused. It's going to hold on to the pain instead of releasing the sensors. So I backed off there. I can still feel it going from pretty much here to here, and that's good. But really, the belly of that muscle needs to vibrate this time because the muscle spindle sensor is inside the actual belly. So that's okay if all you're feeling is the belly shaking. Now we're going to go to the middle deltoid, and this time you're going to rotate a little bit out. Make sure that that's nice and soft by having your arm up a little bit. Because what you're doing is you're getting this point and this point close together. That's how you're softening that muscle up. And then we're going to place it in the belly of that muscle. This one can take a little extra pressure. It's not as tender as the anterior deltoid. So I can put another maybe 4 or 5 pounds of weight. And that's great. Posterior deltoid, we're going to put it again onto something like a counter or anything like a couch. You're going to step this way, face away from your arm. This is going to get short now, and I'm going to put this guy right on the belly. 6 to 10 seconds, put a little extra pressure, and that resets the posterior deltoid. To get to the teres, we have to make sure that we are going to the front of the shoulder blade here, right on the edge of it. We're going to be grabbing from the front like this. When I put the gun in, I don't want to go into the armpit. I want to go into the shoulder blade. So it'll be like right there. To activate those muscles, put your hand on something and draw it towards you. That way, that muscle is going to activate. So put it on something, activate the muscle, and then go in this way. Put your hand on the counter or a couch, draw it towards you, activate those muscles, and place the gun right in there. I'm not going into the armpit, I'm going towards the shoulder blade. So it looks like that. You should be feeling a nice vibration even in the front of that shoulder blade, like deep in there. That's going to be for the subscapularis, which sometimes blocks nerves for the arm. So that's an important one to make sure you release. We're not going to be able to get the length sensors for the subscapularis, but we can reset the tension sensors. So that's how we're going to do that. We need to also release the muscle spindle sensors. Those are the length sensors. For the teres, it's best to get them actually from the back. So their job is to bring our arm close together, which means we're going to do that. If you want to, put your hand in your back pocket or into your belt line here, so that way it's nice and relaxed. Then you're going to come over and pretty much go right where the shoulder blade is, right here. And you're going to place it right in here. So that's where I'm going to go, right there. This time I'm pressing a little bit harder. I have to make sure I stay relaxed in the shoulder. Good, 6 to 10 seconds. Now, to get to the infraspinatus, this muscle here, its job is to get our arm to come back and also rotate a little bit out. So we're going to bring our arm back and rotate it out, and then we're going to bring this guy and place it right about here. So let's see, if you place your hand on your shoulder, go down about an inch, and you're going to be right where you need to be. So bring your arm back like that, and that guy goes right there to vibrate. Now, those are the tension sensors. Infraspinatus, you're going to bring your arm back, put it on top of a counter or a couch or something, rotate yourself back or forward like this, so you're rotating away from it. And then again, you're going to come from the top and place it in that same area where the shoulder blade kind of ends right there. So you're going to go right like that. Make sure you stay relaxed in that shoulder and put a little extra pressure. And that'll take care of your infraspinatus. To get to the lats, again, you're going to place your hand on something like a counter or a couch. Its job is to bring our arm this way. And once we activate the muscle, here is where we're going. The shoulder blade ends right about there, and we're going just underneath it right there. So feel for your shoulder blade corner, come to the front, and this is where you're going to want to make sure you are. So to get there, bring that arm down, activate that lat muscle, come into here so that you catch the belly of that muscle right there. 6 to 10 seconds. To get to the lats and release the length sensors, we have to contract it passively. Its job is to bring our arm behind us. So we're going to actually do that, only we're going to relax it with enough space here so that when we come in, we're not going to pinch any skin. We're also going to collapse to that same side so that this is nice and soft here. This needs to be soft. So make sure you check it before you actually stick the gun on it. Now the angle is going to be the same as previously, where it's kind of parallel to the body, maybe at a slight angle, but you don't want to be pounding into the ribs. So it's going to be this way. Put our arm behind us, collapse to that side, and grab just below that shoulder blade corner, and push just like that for 6 to 10 seconds. Now this time I'm pushing a little bit harder, maybe about 6 to 7, maybe 10 pounds at most. It's really not that much. You'd think 10 pounds is a lot, but it's not. If you're pressing so hard that the gun turns off, you're pressing way too hard. A muscle that we cannot forget about is the supraspinatus. Its job is to lift our arm up and then slightly back. And you're going to find it right here. If you place your hand on your shoulder, you should feel a bit of a bony protrusion right here. That's your spine of the shoulder blade. That muscle sits right in front of that. So if you lift your arm up and go back like that, place this gun right on there and let it vibrate for 6 to 10 seconds. So it looks like right there. Then, to reset the length sensors, we have to make sure that we raise our arm up, put it on something so it's relaxed, so it looks a little bit like this. This is nice and soft. So then, you're going to place that gun in that same area, only this time you're going to apply it a little extra pressure. If you notice it bouncing like that, that means you're hitting the bone. So point it more towards the front a little bit, and that should do it. 6 to 10 seconds. Stay relaxed in this muscle.